Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep and breaking down the complete briefing for the honors project, specifically for you social work students at HKSU. So, if you're about to get started on this massive project, think of this as your go-to guide for the what, the why, and the how. So let's start with the big picture, the whole spirit of the thing. This quote from your supervisor, Charles, just nails it. This isn't just another paper you have to write. Nope, it's designed to be this incredible stepping stone, a bridge that connects everything you've learned in the classroom to your actual career as a social worker. So why is this honors project, or HP, such a big deal? Well, it really all boils down to three main goals that your supervisor has laid out. These are going to be your guiding stars. First up, knowledge utilization. This is all about taking your skills off the page and putting them to work on a real practical problem. Second, you've got critical thinking, really sharpening those analytical muscles. And finally, career planning. This whole thing is meant to get you ready for what's next, whether that's more school or jumping into the workforce. Keep these three in your mind because they're going to shape everything you do. Okay, so let's jump ahead to the finish line. What are you actually going to be graded on? Well, your final mark is split between three main tasks, and they all carry different weights. Let's look at that breakdown. The final report, yeah, that's the heavyweight coming in at a massive 60% of your grade. But, and this is important, don't sleep on the other pieces. The project proposal is worth a quarter of your mark at 25%, and the poster presentation is 15. You really have to see them as the building blocks that lead to a great final report. And here's the nitty-gritty for each of those. Your proposal needs to be a really solid plan, somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 words. The poster is all about being concise, a quick, clear summary. And then the final report is your deep dive, running anywhere from 6,000 to 9,000 words. And just a heads up, you'll want to pay close attention to those word counts. They're not just suggestions. All right, so we know where we're headed. But how do we even take that first step? Let's talk about choosing a research topic that's going to work for you. Something that's both exciting and, actually doable. Ah, yes, the million-dollar question, isn't it? Where do I even begin? The great news is the answer isn't just floating out there in space, it's actually grounded in the work you've already done. And this right here is the absolute key. Your research topic must connect back to your field work. So think about the places you've worked, the services you were a part of, or the clients you connected with. That is your starting point. That's where your ideas are going to come from. To make sure you're on the right track, just follow these four principles. It has to have relevance, connecting to that fieldwork. You need the competence to actually get it done with the time and resources you have. It needs devotion, meaning you and your supervisor are both on board. And finally, it should be a chance for integration, letting you pull together all the knowledge you've picked up so far. Next up, the roadmap. Look, a huge part of this project is just managing your time, and that means hitting your deadlines. So let's look at the schedule you absolutely need to burn into your brain. Okay, pull out your calendars right now. October 27th, that's your ethics review submission. Then in late October or early November, you've got your online proposal presentations. The actual proposal is due November 17th. Then, once they hit the new year, you've got the poster presentation in March, and then the big one. The final report is due in April. These dates are not suggestions. They're your milestones. Now, the fantastic news is that you're not doing this all by yourself. But it's really important that you understand the whole philosophy of supervision, what your supervisor is there for, and what's expected of you. To really get how supervision works here, you gotta understand this core idea. This project is what they call utilization-focused, not method-driven. So what does that mean? It means the goal isn't just to follow some rigid, gold standard research recipe. No, the point is to create knowledge that's actually useful in the real world. That makes the whole process way more flexible, adaptive, and collaborative. And this quote right here, this says it all about your role in the process. You're not supposed to just show up and ask for answers. You're expected to be an active partner. Your job is to bring your own ideas, your own viewpoints to the table so you can discuss them, debate them, and refine them with your supervisor. You are in the driver's seat. Okay, a quick but super important logistical point. Your supervisor, Charles, he's your go-to for all the academic stuff. But for administrative questions, we're talking deadlines, forms, procedures, your person is Raymond, the honors project coordinator. Knowing who to ask for what is going to save you a ton of headaches. And finally, let's talk about the absolute bedrock of this entire project, research ethics and academic integrity.
And I have to be clear, there is zero wiggle room on this stuff.
Let me say that again because this is the single most important rule you need to follow. You absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, start collecting data. I'm talking no interviews, no surveys, nothing, until you have official ethics approval in your hands. This is about protecting you, protecting your participants, and protecting the work itself. These are really the pillars of ethical research. You have to get informed consent. You have to promise and deliver anonymity or confidentiality. You cannot deceive people. And you must take extra care if you're working with vulnerable people. These aren't guidelines. They're non-negotiable. And let's be crystal clear about this. There is a zero-tolerance policy on plagiarism. If you submit work that isn't your own, even a little bit, it's an automatic F for the assignment. There are no do-overs, no second chances. It's that simple. And here's the tool that makes sure everyone is playing by the rules. Every single written thing you hand in, from the proposal to the final report, has to go through the VeriGuide system. So make sure you know how it works and use it to check your own stuff. So, there you have it. We've gone through the why, the what, and the how of the honors project. Look, it's going to be a challenge for sure, but it's also designed to be one of the most rewarding things you do in your entire degree. Your research journey officially kicks off now, so the only real question left is, what are you going to discover?